I want to thank the chairman and the ranking member for holding this very important hearing, and to thank you, our witnesses, for appearing to discuss the ongoing adoption of artificial intelligence in our financial sector. AI has the capacity to change the way we work, the way we interact as consumers, and the very way that we live. As we examine the rapid proliferation of new AI development, we owe it to the constituents that we serve to remain forward-thinking on these trends, which will undoubtedly have a significant impact on their livelihoods. We have an ethical, moral, and societal responsibility as leaders to establish safeguards to ensure that the advancement of AI protects all of our communities, including communities of color. Everyone deserves equal opportunity to benefit from the transformational change of what I believe will one day be a powerful public good. The constituents I represent in Nevada and across the country as chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus are counting on us to be forward-thinking and to establish a responsible AI policy framework today so that everyone can enjoy an equitable deployment in the future. Recognizing the challenges ahead, the CBC launched the AI Policy Series to bring together leaders from government, industry, academia, and civil society to provide an overview of best practices to help shape these policies. Under the thoughtful leadership of Vice Chair Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, Congresswoman Barbara Lee, and Ranking Member Cleaver, we have explored the importance of design, the implications of job equity, and the potential impacts on the racial wealth gap. I want to thank the ranking member, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, for her leadership in bringing us to Silicon Valley to meet with industry leaders specifically. Similarly to the work done by this committee, these briefings have been focused on equipping members of Congress with the expertise that's necessary to apply existing laws to the utilization of AI and the understanding to identify regulatory gaps that need to be fixed before they lead to consumer harm. However, our work distinguishes itself by centering marginalized voices and examining the dangerous implications of bias that exist within AI. We must ensure that not only do our communities have the opportunity to participate fully in the transition to this technology, but to also develop the protections and the guardrails that can prevent the worst impacts of inherent bias in a proactive way. Both in lending decisions and automation of certain careers, unchecked reliance on AI can certainly lead to algorithmic redlining. So I wanted to ask Mr. Karunamurthy, how do you believe AI developers can proactively address the social and political values, including bias around race, that are appearing in generative AI today?
Thank you, Congressman Horsford. These are really important issues for developers to consider, but also folks adopting AI technology in industry and in financial services and housing companies. Two key parts of this process that I want to highlight. The first is concerning the data that goes into training these models and that these models leverage to make decisions. Ensuring that that data is authoritative and up-to-date is incredibly important. Also observing that you have robust and diverse perspectives in that data can be very important to ensure these AI models give objective and fair answers to given questions. The second is the importance of testing these models and these AI systems as they're built, observing situations where they may give a biased answer, and understanding how the decision-making process of these AI systems led to bias. This is an important first step in mitigating potential harms of these systems. It's also important for human oversight of these systems going forward.
Thank you. As these are the conversations that must be had if we're going to prevent discrimination within our financial system from becoming baked in the very start as we continue to train new models. But there's so much more that can be accomplished with these technologies if we're able to harness their capabilities to create, not hinder, economic advancement. Again, I think there's a lot more that we need to explore around the Fair Housing Act and the protections that are afforded and the dangerous positions that are proposed by Trump's Project 2025 that impact this proposal under that agenda. So I look forward to having further discussion with those of you on the panel. I yield back.